Hi, hello, and welcome to the 1111 Divine Lovers series brought to you by Vertex of Abundance. My name is Serene Priestess Abossi. I'll be your oracle today. I was sent to deliberate the findings for the Divine Partnership Assessment on the more twin flame soulmate end of the spectrum. Around the full moon, give or take a week or whenever, we do the karmic aspect. This is the new moon, so it's the divine aspect, and we're in Virgo season. So this will go about until the new moon of next month. That's Libra, the beginning of a new year for the indigenous practitioners here. And then also, just so you know, if you get it within the time frame, it's going to have a physical termination, meaning it will come across physically in your life. But whenever you get it, that's when it's for. It's just more spiritual if it's not within the time cycle that it's meant for. Okay. That's how it works here on the channel. Everything works by rising sign or north node, unless otherwise specified. One. We got two cards here. Okay, so we should already be coming online, connecting with our person, whoever that is. And for those of us new here, welcome. For the returners, welcome back. It's an honor and privilege and a pleasure to serve you. We're here, you have other viewing options. So thank you for making us one of yours. If anything that is said resonates deeply with you, like, comment, share, subscribe, leave a review, book a session, send a donation. Pardon me just a second. So we're coming online here, and I don't really like to read two cards. Okay, so that's just really annoying. But I love the name Al-Utsa so much. She's one of the three fates. And this is Al-Utsa, the star of Venus. So one of the Pleiades, essentially. Yeah, so we're already in a sacred union, okay? The thing about that is we should be in a sacred union with the divine. So we're whole as we are. And the whole idea of a twin flame, it's pretty toxic right now because the new age just skewed it. The thing about it is that when it's not defiled, when it's not skewed, it's actually pretty brilliant, but there's a misnomer. The thing about it is we need to be in a union with great spirit. We need to be merged into the divine, and then that spiritual union can step out of the physical into this, I mean, out of the spiritual into the physical to a member of the soul group. So it's not a reason to, like, condone or tolerate toxic behavior. It's not a reason to, believe that you're less than whole and perpetually be waiting for a man as a plan. It's none of that. It is when you get called to have a kingdom spouse and you get called to serve the divine in union, in partnership. It's like when you watch those procedural dramas and there's always a law enforcement officer with like a partner. It's like that. They work for the government. We work for God. We work for the heavens, and we have a partner. That's how that works. A lot of love doesn't look like that, and love down here in the third dimension is very skewed and backwards. Even sex isn't how it is in the higher realms and the spiritual realms. Okay, so it's just like there's so many misnomers that we live with down here upon the earth. I feel like I'm always doing fancy footwork trying to explain reality. Of course, reality is even a word that's arguable. There's a third dimensional reality, a physical reality, a spiritual reality, there's an absolute reality. We could argue until we're blue in the face. So number 26 is the Four of Wands, by the way. And then It's the star of Venus. I am the pure light, my son. I am not a handful of worthless dust. I am not just an empty shell. I am a regal pearl formed in this world. Close your eyes to see and become aware of me. Perceive me with your eyes that see the unseen. Perceive me with eyes that see the unseen. Come into the mystery to find me. I am a carefree visitor here for you, Rumi. My beautiful one, born of pure radiance. You have love in your heart and a passion for play that cannot be dulled by bleakness, boredom, or fear. Your soul is sensual and dances with life with utter abandonment and devotion. Though the ways of this world seem strange to you at times, you eventually declare it to be nothing but strange beauty and expand your heart, resisting nothing to allow all to be bathed in the radiance of your being. You are here to share the light of another world, a blessed world of conscious, pure, and divinity, of consciousness pure and divinity so absolute that it transcends duality and instead brings all into the oneness of the great love. The star Venus is the great androgen, neither solely masculine or feminine, but an integration of both. The power it bestows is mighty and based utterly in love. When this star seeks us out, multiple beings are bestowed, and our spiritual growth can be accelerated in ways that may be quite dazzling and surprising to the more limited mindset and belief systems. With great blessings, great growth is possible. However, the blessings do not do the growth for us magically. They give us the oomph we need, the power and the opportunities and assistance that we need, yet it is still we who take the journey. The great spiritual journey for old souls at this time in Earth's history is the journey from duality into oneness. Many are signing up for that wild, loving adventure. This oracle has come to you as a reminder that you too have been granted a ticket for that journey. This journey of oneness is not about denying duality, but about experiencing it as an expression of one love. It is about no longer being enslaved by it. It is about avoiding what is not wanted in order to pursue what is wanted. It is about embracing the all of finding the freedom and joy originally sought, but now through a path that takes you into joy and freedom existing within. So let's read the poem from the other one. I'm not going to read the whole one. I have abolished duality for myself. Oh, well. Okay. One. It's called One. I have abolished duality from myself. I have seen the two worlds as one. One I seek, one I know, one I see, one I call. You look for me, and what do you see? You. Am I playing games with you? Holding up a mirror for you to behold God? Yes. These are games of love and truth. Look at me and find yourself. For I am you and you are me, and together we are one, playing hide and seek in love's great playground. Well, that was freaking beautiful. Okay, I love this Vimy Oracle by Alana Fairchild. I use it for the Divine Love, so we only get it about once a month. It's the Rumi Oracle. You're hearing the song, it's a fine day, people open windows, they leave their houses just for a short while. So something's getting good, it's getting better, it's improving, whatever that is, whatever that looks like. I do feel like we're coming out of something pretty dark. Okay, so we have a double seven. That means there's an alert. Now, I've been seeing some alerts lately to warn against bad behavior in new relationships, so this is going to be curious. The Magician. Oh my gosh, I gotta keep shuffling here. Excuse me. I don't want to go slow this reading, so I'll try not to. It takes a while for the energy to come online. So we enter into the cycle with a lot going on. It could be a lot of emotions, it could be things speeding up or a lot of stuff coming out. It can even be that we're meeting new suitors, Seven of Cups with the Eight of Wands. So, Eight of Wands is things going fast, expanding quickly. It can also be energy projection. Seven of Cups, that's kind of like glamour magic, if there's any magic. But Seven of Cups, typically when it's a love reading, means there's a lot of options, a lot of dating, or that something's getting kind of sick. Um, it can be like an addiction or some stupidity or something getting worse right in front of your eyes. It transpires, evolves into moving on, moving forward, some boundaries on one end here. So it does seem like the universe kind of intervenes and there's a double eight and a double seven. So in that sense, a double eight talks about the universe has been hosting some kind of power. Sevens is the power. And it's coming to some type of expression. And there's one, two final facets that we need before it kind of wraps itself up. Whether we move on, move forward, or recycle, it's kind of like something pays off, or you're going to reinvest, or you're going to cash out. So this double seven is talking about, okay, well, it comes with corresponding court cards and majors. So this double seven is talking about some illusion around a plan, Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. There's false mirage illusion with the Seven of Cups. Seven of Pentacles means there needs to be more work into something. Something can fail. It's kind of a plan or an agenda. With the Justice card out here, it talks about something fair. There's been seeds planted. Are you going to reap from what you sowed? The answer here is yes. Luckily, because this seven has a corresponding court card and it has other Saturn energy here. So it's been picked up. The universe is kind of seeing that seeds have been planted. The universe is going to take over and water whatever needs to be watered, etc., so on, so have you. This Queen of Pentacles, it's saying that we're needing to plant seeds. We're needing to make investments here. And typically this would be on the feminine side, but this is the extra introverted energy here. So what's being clarified here is that something comes into alignment, even though there's a lot of energy going on, literally a lot of energy, a lot. Seven of Cups of energy, Eight of Wands. So even though there's a lot of energy going on, it's in alignment and fair. It can be that something came out like a truth or something came out to align the situation or whatever is going on is justice. So the first hit that I got is that one party here has a lot of options of dating, or we cycle through a lot of bad options, and now it's starting to align with our own energy body, Eight of Wands, because we do enter into boundaries later on, which means you need to get with the program or the universe is going to put a block, a stop. And there's a Queen of Pentacles here. So the Queen of Pentacles does not date or involve themselves intimately on a casual level. There needs to be a pre-arranged expressed commitment, or they're not. The Queens talk about needs. So the Queen of Pentacles doesn't feel like they're getting their needs met until there's a commitment on the table. There's some type of victory, moving on, moving forward with this Chariot card, although it's coming from some kind of conflict. This actually makes sense. Grant me a moment here. Okay, so what I said before was true. We had a different take on it because I had to rearrange the format. I was feeling like there was a lot of energy and we were cycling through a lot. And I wanted to have a confirmation to my intuition. So we don't have it yet. But what I'm feeling so far is that, first of all, the real divine person hasn't actually shown up for most of us. Now, some of us have come across this divine person and we were separated because we were unhealed, or they were unhealed or unawakened, or some abstract version of all of that. In addition, it took a lot of bad options in order for this connection to come online, because there's indecision here, Two of Swords. Honestly, we're wanting a commitment and we're wanting to take action. So we're wanting to get out there and meet this person, get things going on. And to be honest, we had to get rid of old energy. We're still carrying old energy from the past. So that's why it felt like there was a lot of options, because there was a lot of examples to say no. There was a lot of residue. There's a lot of imprints. We're still carrying some energy from the past. And it doesn't always mean we're putting the energy out there into the universe. It could just mean that we're still processing lessons. Yeah, because we kind of learned some things late in the game. It was a delayed message and it was kind of harsh. We have finished that cycle. We've achieved what we needed to achieve out of it, but it hasn't informed us of what we want. We know what we don't want. And here's the Seven of Pentacles. So we are in a little bit of a holding position, because the Seven of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, it's saying like there needs to be some wisdom. Sevens is wisdom, eight is wisdom gained from time and indulgences. So remember I said like something's been seeded, something's been hosted. So there's a womb. 8 is the galactic womb. So it's kind of like we had an experience and it's gestating. It's it's going to kick off some kind of manifestation soon, and then this manifestation comes out. Okay, on one end there's some discernment. We do need to take a decision, not make a choice. 2 of Wands, take a decision. 2 of Swords. There's a lot coming at us kind of quickly even. Okay, well, there's that. Yeah, it's everything keeps getting confirmed. I'm already overwhelmed and it's just starting. It's a lot of energy. I'm overwhelmed. Okay. So, I'm just getting the vibe like we don't want to participate. It's like life comes at us and we're not ready. That's never the case. When life comes at you, it's always a timing thing with the universe. My personal prayers, I always pray to be ahead of time with my deliverables and on time with my opportunities. Because me, myself, I have Saturn in the first house. I will be the stick in the mud. You better warn me before you try to do something spontaneous or surprising, because I'm the person that hates surprises. So this is it, it might be a surprise, and that might just be more energy. It might be more forceful than we want. The King of Wands can come in pretty scary, and everybody loves the King of Wands because he's hot. He probably has a really nice body. He's probably, makes you feel very desired. But the thing about it is that they're a little pushy. And unfortunately, I don't look at the kings as people, but he came in as a person. The kings come in with a corresponding energy. The King of Wands specifically comes in as a 3 of Swords. It's both, the 3 of Wands. It's both a sun, a dual sun energy. That's a person. So we actually call something in, regardless if we know it or not, and it arrived. We literally called up to the universe and it arrived. So even though I made a mistake, even though X, Y, Z, L, N, O, P, A, B, C, it's 100% on point. This is how the universe is. Even if it feels messy and, you know, clunkety and disconcordiant, it's as it should be. Sometimes progress is better than perfection. So we still kind of stick up our butt here. We're still kind of curmudgeony. And the reason is because there's some boundaries and standards. There's something that we didn't get before that we're just getting now. We're being initiated into the self, even. And as that happens, we'll learn different things about ourselves. We'll also begin to understand that we're calling in what we want and everything is happening for us, not to us. It will come in like a wrecking ball, though, the Tower card here. And something's coming towards us, is what this means. So it's going to make us of two minds. It's going to confuse us. It's going to make us a little indecisive. Not only that, but it will create some boundaries. We're going to have to wrestle some things down, rule, regulate, restrain, even. And it's like we put in Queen of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, we put in all this hard work to get ourselves aligned, to get ourselves tip top, to get ourselves upright. And then all of a sudden, now the Tower and the the Justice card, here it's called adjustment. But the Tower and the Justice card, it means truth coming out. And then I can't remember. Illucado, the Chariot, Bagetto, the Magician. It it means like a talented skill, successful because of skills. So whatever we think about the situation is right, we need to think about 2 or 3 more things that probably haven't come in yet. So we might have met that person, but there was something we were missing. Maybe we weren't online, we weren't in the right vibration. Maybe we just had a spiritual union and now we're in a physical union, whatever. We might not have met that person though. We might have thought we were with that person and it's really a false or karmic or catalytic, okay? Also, we're going to begin to understand why there was a lot of failure with previous people. Because whatever comes in is a blessing, but it's also going to be confusing at first. And it's not about like being confused, it's about having to take a moment and process. So somebody here may be a Scorpio sun. By the way, somebody might have been an Aries sun or Cancer rising. Somebody here can have their Venus in Scorpio because we have the Death card and the Seven of Cups. Somebody here could have their Venus in Virgo because we have the Hermit card and the Nine of Pentacles. Again, Sun in Aries because we have the Three of Wands with the Emperor card. Somebody could be a Scorpio midheaven or Scorpio sun because we have the King of Cups and the Death card. A Scorpio midheaven would be an Aquarius rising. We have, if they are an Aquarius rising, they would have Mercury in the first house, and Mercury already came out right away. Now, somebody here could be a Virgo moon. This person would have their moon conjunct Venus, and they most likely would be like a Gemini rising. They might have Jupiter in the first house, Venus in the fourth house. It's very positive, square, and most usually squares are not good. It just means that husband and wife are very different. And like that kind of relationship, you will eventually end up as husband and wife. So even if it's the native, like even if it's in one person's chart, Venus squaring Jupiter. Okay, so that's all I'm getting there. And then again, we have the double seven. I keep being reminded of it. Because we're going to reach some foundation, some system structure foundation. So the confusion brings self-mastery, brings self-governance, and it's not a willy-nilly. It's like some information comes in that breaks the mold, that tears us down to the ground because we've been acting stupid in some kind of way. We thought something that wasn't serving us. So we had a belief system that wasn't serving us. So we took a stance that wasn't serving us. Something's going to get torn apart, torn down. It's going to get broke open if we're too staunch and rigid and dogged. We'll need to be a little bit flexible, not with a person, but with our beliefs or how we feel about something or what we're willing to tolerate or what we're willing to accept. Maybe we can't tolerate something anymore. Maybe we haven't been tolerating something that we should. Maybe we're dating the wrong type of person, or maybe what we thought wasn't true, something of that nature. So it's going to take us a minute because it's going to be a slap up against the head by the universe. Yeah, got me a whoops upside the head. It's a Steel Pulse song. Yeah, so governance and self-mastery is coming because we're secure in the self. We actually feel safe. There's certainty about who we are, what we are, and what we're about. There's also transformation. We can see that it's a different game now, that we're right for the game as well. So I think some kind of self-belief needs to come in because we might have had a distorted image of the self. That's what the Seven of Cups is talking about. Because it's the Seven of Cups is here in it's in the place of the sacrifice to be made. Seven of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. So we'll need to put in the work, plant seeds, but also we'll need to understand that something up until recently has been an illusion, a mirage. And with this king here, how it explains is we're wanting to understand everything, to pour over every cup, to turn up every rock. This is a person that would go back in their life and like a life review. Seven of Cups with the King of Cups. That's a life review. Okay, because boom, dada, there you go. So somebody has their Venus and or Mercury in Virgo. Somebody here may be a Taurus moon, maybe a Taurus Saturn for sure. If we're Taurus moon to a lesser degree, that would mean that we're an Aquarius rising. So somebody who's in Aquarius rising Mercury in the first house. It's your time. Love is on the way. About 3 to 4 weeks, we might meet that person. This is a lifetime relationship. It's a legacy building relationship. So the reason why we're sure is because we want kids. And kids doesn't always mean little humans. It can mean start a business together, start a charity together, buy a house together, and then, turn it into some type of business enterprise estate, We've mastered our world, how it works for us. We know how to cultivate from the world. Now we need to begin to cultivate from our not net worth, but our network. We need to build our community, not that we don't have one, with love. Now, if we are a Taurus moon, we would have Saturn conjunct. So Saturn and the moon conjunct is not as negative as everybody thinks. It's actually very positive, especially in the fourth house for the Aquarius rising. So if we are in Aquarius rising with Mercury in the first house, Saturn conjunct the moon in the fourth house, what that means is that we're very powerful, but actually we're learning late in life because most people were coming to us with negative intentions. That would mean that a lot of times early on in the first 30, 36 years of our life, we would have been vilified or victimized. One of those, it's a different sides of the coin, vilification or victimization. Meaning people would have thought we were a mark. They would have came at us with ulterior motives, hidden agendas. And there was some kind of lesson, but we've learned that lesson. We've accomplished something. We've achieved something. There's an achievement here, and what we've achieved is self-mastery. We've been able to get to the bottom of our own soul. I don't know where we lost the camera there. Grant me a moment. See, the thing with the hermit, it's about self-mastery, but through going within. You need to get to the bottom of your own soul. It needs to be wisdom, knowledge gained through experience. And there's some God duties, responsibilities here as well. Because there's a gift, and the gift is certainty in the self. And so I think that's what we need to rely on as we go forward. I keep being reminded of that King of Cups with the Seven of Cups. So what does that mean? Because we're wanting to put something out into the universe with that King of Cups, Seven of Cups. It's almost like you want to project energy out, but it's not negative. Okay, well, the Tower came. Yeah, we're wanting to meet the right person. Because the Queen of Cups came in that explanation there with the Hermit. So we've gotten to the bottom of ourselves. We know who we are. We're ready to mature, get to higher ground, have a pilgrimage, learn about our spiritual gifts in the spiritual world. We want to seize the day. We're ready to give it another go. So we're going to call in something pretty quickly, and we may second guess it, is what I'm getting. I feel like love is on the way, man. I really do, darling. Strength card 2 of Wands, 4 of Wands with the Knight of Cups and the 9 of Wands. That's love is coming because we're about to accomplish something. So we've found love. It's coming. Whoever this person is, it's coming. Of course, use your own discernment. Because we have the King of Cups, 10 of Pentacles with the World card clarifying that's the love is here. And it's clarified yet again. So we do get a new beginning. We secured love. And it's the thing we've been hoping, wishing, and praying for. That Seven of Cups with the King of Cups is putting a vibration onto the universe. It came in like a Cupid's arrow. Tower card is Cupid's arrow, especially when there's an Ace of Cups or a Lover's card. Unless it's the Queen of Wands, then it's somebody trying to attack a love connection. But yeah, no, love comes in. Princess of Cups with the Sun card. Love comes in. Ace of Cups. I clarified the Ace of Cups, and guess what? The Ace of Cups came out with the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands. So somebody may be returning. We may be getting a returner. I haven't seen it down here, but somebody definitely has their Mercury in Virgo or has Virgo at the top of the chart. That would be a Sag rising. There is going to be a turn of events here. There's a new beginning. And it might be some kind of union or commitment, Hierophant. It can just be God duties and obligations. Because we found our spiritual bliss, our favor from the Lord. And also we're about to get our spiritual inheritance. That's one way of looking at it. Two, it can be that our heart's desires comes in, Nine of Cups, and it manifests, Ten of Pentacles. It's something that gives long-term manifestation. And it's a windfall with this Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, so it's time, it's here. Something happened in Leo. So we have Sun in Leo, Sun in Capricorn. Again, there's another call for Scorpio rising, probably with Jupiter in Pisces this time. And we do have the Moon in Taurus now with Saturn in Taurus. But definitely somebody here is a Taurus Moon, Capricorn Sun. We have a double six, a double seven. So sixes means gifts, granted, support, favor. We overcame something, probably a fear or some kind of stinking thinking, some shadow nature with the Strength card. It's clarified by the Nine of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. So we've aligned, we've balanced ourselves out, thoroughly clarified here by the Queen of Pentacles. That means we're needing balance and fairness, and we're needing enough to share. We're also needing to feel secure, Queen of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. We're also needing to invest. So we're looking at the people to give our time, energy, effort, and attention to. With the Strength card, that means we've overcome a lot. We now have emotional fortitude, strength, courage, and wisdom. That means before the Devil card was out. And I'm not going by the number, I'm going by the chakra. Because what's being clarified here is that we're moving from the heart now. So we're desiring to be chosen, because a lot of times it was breadcrumb or gas. I mean, we have the combinations here. Six of Pentacles can be breadcrumbing. Seven of Cups could be gaslighting. So strength card would mean we overcame that. I accidentally set the star. So if the star card was out with the wheel of fortune, that would mean getting restored, getting renewed, number one. The other thing is, star card means faith, hope, and optimism. Strength card means strength, courage, and wisdom. One is emotional fortitude. One's is soul's ambitions, heart's desires. So we have the emotional fortitude here because we've overcome something, and it's a wheel of fortune. So it's a change of the will. Before we had the world card, which meant we achieved something. Whatever down in the ditch we were, we got something out of it. And with this conflict, is we're needing to move into calmer waters. That might be the difficult thing here for us, because we need to take actions from the heart, and it is going to be kind of difficult. See, we might fail twice or thrice because this means a short-lived victory. We might be a little short-sighted. We might be a little bit too gun shy. That happens to me. I live downtown, so sometimes somebody will pull over and yell at me from out their car window. Listen, honey, I have a lot of drama and trauma that triggers me. Don't pull up on me while I'm out walking about, in your car hooting and hollering at me. I don't care if it's benign. I don't care if it's no harm done. That's immediately going to send, chemicals through my body. You know what I mean? It's going to take me 5 minutes to calm down and have you repeat what you said. Meanwhile, love might drive away from the curb, So we all have something like that, where if you come at us a certain way, it's going to trigger things in the past. Doesn't mean we haven't already overcome it. When my phone rings, the first thing out of my mouth is an expletive. Doesn't mean that the second thing out of my mouth isn't like, oh, somebody's calling. When you ring my doorbell, I don't want to answer. I'm going to scream and shout the first doorbell ring. But the second one, I might be like, oh, it's Postmates. Oh, it's Uber Eats. You know what I mean? So we all have a vaifanculo, when you curse, you curse in your wherever language you think in. So it's like, we have a way that's ingrained, and it needs to be snuffed out, because love is here for us, but we've got to whittle through our boundaries, and we are going to have to overcome some karma here. But the karma's already been secured. We already have a way out of it, and we're on the river Styx. Six of Swords is not going anywhere, and that's the not the nature of the situation, but that's the conflict, conundrum, crossing, competition, complaint, even, that we're worthy of golden goose that's being given clearance out of hell. Literally. Queen of Pentacles, Six of Swords. Like, we're a golden goose that's been given clearance out of hell. But the sacrifice to make is to kiss a lot of frogs, Seven of Cups, and to do the work. We're only going to get out what we put in. So Five of Swords, Six of Pentacles being clarified by the Sun card means that these boundaries and standards, if we hold on to these boundaries and standards, is going to produce exactly what we want. But again, it's an energetic negotiation. We're going to get out what we put in. Because this High Priestess is, remember, exalted, gracious influence over an entire cycle, clarified by the Knight of Cups and the Nine of Wands. We've got a lot of strength left, which means we've got a little fight left in us. And we're a little weary, we're a little gun shy. That makes complete sense. If you've been in crisis for a long time, and then all of a sudden for a brief amount of time, you're in comfort, when anything comes in new, it's going to be scary, because you're like, am I going back? Am I jumping out of the frying pan into the skillet? Or, am I jumping out of the melting pot into the skillet? Whatever that, I can't English right now. It's gone. It's completely left me. But you hear what I'm saying? And it's interesting that the feminine came out first. Oh, it's because we're of a great spiritual power here with the Empress and the Hangman. It also means that we've made a lot of sacrifices for other people, and it's time to start doing things for ourselves. Another 6. So the universe is trying to bless us here. Double 6 means gifts, blessings, choice, favor, support. So it's safe. Four of Swords, Six of Swords. If somebody is going to betray us, it's going to be out in the open. It's not going to be hidden. Five of Swords. There's no hidden enemies that's come out yet. And we have the moon. So the ulterior motives, hidden agendas, it just means some things are mysterious and then might trigger our intuition. But with the Nine of Wands and the moon, unless somebody's trying to take over our soul or give us the evil eye, I wouldn't be concerned of, let me just check to make sure. I'm not getting anything bad here. No, it's good. Four of Wands. Love is here. It's the twin card. Okay. Yeah, love is blind and it'll take over your mind. We have the Empress here and the Emperor here. What you think is love is truly not. You need to elevate and find. It's 3 in the morning. I can't speak English. I can't sing right now. Perdón, pardon, permiso. Yeah, so this is recognize, better recognize. And when the strength card comes out with any of the 3 versions of God, you better recognize. Do not play around. And we have the Hangman here too. So love is here. It's about to come visit us in the physical. And this is for those of us who are on our spiritual path. If we're still kind of trying to find our path, trying to get our footing out from underneath us, it's going to be lessons learned. But some of us are going to have that physical union and we're going to second guess it. Yeah, something is coming. If we're in alignment, something's coming. So this Hangman is talking about that we're on high ground now, that we have the covenant on our life, which has protected us from the toxic people that, yes, of course we were dating, but it never went anywhere because these were demons or these were low vibrational people that couldn't be with us where we were going. That was a strength card and sun card, or Leo sun. To a lesser degree, moon and the Hangman can mean genius. So something can be hidden here. Moon and the Empress could mean woman's problems. They may come at a time of heightened emotions. They may come at a time when our intuition, there's a couple of days of the month where my intuition's crazy. Also, there's a couple of days of the month where my intuition might have a growth spurt. I know what cycle of the moon is in. And Empress or High Priestess with the moon card can talk about women's issues. The Queen of Pentacles is here, so we're healthy. But we also, it might be we meet them at the doctor's office. We might meet them in the parking lot of the doctor's office. Does that make sense? And it can be via travel, short distance travel, even travel by water if it is long distance. But usually it's short distance travel, because the first card out was the Chariot on the major arcana side. So Chariot with the Six of Swords, so this means short distance travel. Now, traditionally, that's 400 kilometers, 250 miles, but you know, if you're the landed gentry, that would be the case. I know nowadays we live in cities. So it depends. Some people, miles is a big thing. Sometimes it's time. If you live in a traffic city, 40 minutes means 10 miles, but it really is, short distance is technically 400 kilometers. So if you're going to do a staycation or the weekend or whatever, or what have you, you might have met them this last weekend if you're an American on the Labor Day or Memorial Day. I don't know what holiday it was. Yeah, we met them on the weekend. Now, there is a little bit of sadness here. I just heard triangle of sadness. So we're coming out from underneath some kind of blockage. The devil's been on us. Unfortunately, it's very true. This is the energy of Set here, with the devil and the moon card. That's the Leviathan. So there was some kind of stripping, and we got to be careful. We can't talk too much about this to other people. because there's still haters around. We'll know who they are, though. Somebody might have tried to block us from meeting this person, so we're going to have a short glimpse, and then we're going to have to fight really hard to keep them. That's not the thing to do. The thing to do is keep raising our vibration, keep getting our lives ordered, and praying, obeying, cleaning our house, and doing our spiritual baths, and feeding our ancestors. That's really more what to focus on, because there is some magical interference here. We started out with the double eight. Now we have a 5 and a devil. With this 4 swords can mean pinning down. I don't like these 2 sevens here with this devil or this moon card. So it's all wrong. So things might not get off the ground. We might not do the work required to get it going. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. We might feel safe and not actually be safe. 4 swords in reverse. We might be heading back into turbulent waters and not able to get clearance to leave. 6 of swords in reverse. 7 of cups in reverse is good though. You see it for what it is. Same thing with the 5 of cups in reverse. But we have the 6 of wands in reverse. That's jealousy, envy, or pride. So there is a mitigating factor to this devil, and it already came out before the devil even came out. So what this is telling me is that we need to understand the karmic cycle that we were in before, or we're going to be bound to repeat it. Because there's something on a subconscious level where we could easily go back into the devil. But it also means pessimism here or a dark future. So that's not the case with the Queen of Pentacles. That could be as simple as a Capricorn moon, to a lesser degree, Libra moon. We also have Jupiter in Capricorn here. That's a big protective energy. So this would tell me we need to understand what our karmic cycle was before, or we're going to be doomed to repeat it. And that is the case because you need to look back at the past with the moon card. And this is about crying over spilled milk. This is a depressive. They're thinking about better days that have long gone, and they can't look out into the future for better days that have yet to come. But there are yet to come with the 6 of wands. We're still on a double. Somebody has a Mercury in Aquarius for sure. Jupiter in Capricorn for sure. Moon in Capricorn for sure. Now, something was hidden from us. Star card with the moon card. We might have even been cloaked. So maybe our energy wasn't around for this person to find, and it's going to happen soon. But now we have a double 5. So there is something kind of sinister here. I feel like it happened in the past, however. Because funnily enough, the Lord of Darkness is going to help us through this. We're going to be very innocent, and we're going to be cautious because we've been hurt recently. We're going to be feeling overwhelmed. Page of Cups, 7 of Cups. But we need to make changes here. Queen of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. That means needing to make changes because we all will be feeling depressed or mournful or grieving because something bad kind of happens. There's a bad seed among others. So somebody kind of soured the love, future love for us. But it's the past coming up to revisit or to vanquish, really, to haunt or to revisit. Judgment card with the devil. That's the past coming up to revisit, basically to confront or to haunt. And seeds were sowed in the past, but we're reaping out of them with the Queen of Pentacles. And it's a positive sign with this Judgment card. It means we can be redeemed from any kind of dark cycle that we're in. We do have a 2-5, a double 5. So we went from the double 6s, which is winning, to the double 5s, which is losing. But the corresponding 7 is here. So we got to choose one side of the road. We could either choose to fall back into the old patterns and into the past, or we can choose to step into the future, the 7 of Pentacles and the 7 of Cups, or old patterns in the past, 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles is untouchable, 5 of Cups is undesirable. Persona non grata, PNG, unwanted person. So we understand why once we understand why we had all the basic people, this karmic cycle is over. We don't need to worry about it anymore because Love is here, and so is the twin flame connection right after the devil left. So we need to clear our life of karmic peoples because look, it says tumultuous life, but there's a bomb about to be dropped, and this other person is the thing. So if we choose to love ourselves, that's the thing that's going to answer all the hidden. Could this seem a little bit confusing, but I really do understand. Tell me about that double five really quickly. That's what I wanted. We need to merge into this person that's on the way. And it's a returner. So I think one thing we've got to do is make sure that we don't take back any returners. Yeah, King of Cups. There needs to be somebody. We do need to stand our ground, Nine of Wands. Somebody's going to try to come back that shouldn't. They're going to try to blow something up that's really good that's coming in. And here's the deal. Your person can't find you if there's an old person in the way. Or put it this way, the new energy cannot find us if an old energy is trying to get us back into the, yeah, see that this is it. We're going to get onto a new frequency, and the devil's going to see that they don't have a hold on us like they used to. Their thumb's not keeping us down like usual. So they're going to start sending people along the path to confuse us so that we won't be where we need to be when this new opportunity comes. That's a new person. Yeah, a little bit more of that. They want a little bit more of that. Yeah, because they're going to listen. They want to keep us in the box condition. They want to keep us in the crosshairs. But we're being broken out, broken free. And what we need is God. Let me tell you very clearly, honey, we need to say no to anybody old coming back. If they didn't enter into the new year with us, which was March 22nd, leave them alone. Yeah, because this is what they are. They're there to strip us. They're not healthy. They're there to strip us. And it's a demon. Okay, so what I'm being told is if somebody old comes back, let them go. Now, listen, sometimes a person comes in and they're like, listen, I know what I did wrong. I really effed up. I know how to not do it again. This is how I'm not going to do it again. I've learned this lesson. I've made this change. It's been a few months. I seem to be doing really well. I know what I did to you. I know the harm that I left you. Boy, was I stupid. Boy, was that unawakened. That's a whole different story than somebody that just comes in and stands there and expecting you to jump all over them. 9 out of 10 people coming back are not supposed to come back. We've got to stay on guard because we're guarding our spiritual inheritance here. And the thing that we do need to make changes. We need to make changes. Queen of Pentacles with the Five of Pentacles. That needing to make changes. Yeah, because we need to tend to what seeds we planted, and the seeds that we planted is in ourselves. Because we're desiring to move on, move forward, and we're feeling overwhelmed. And that's actually a good thing because it means we've reached spiritual perfection. However, it's because union is here around the corner. So let me get a confirmation for what I just said. Yeah, I'll be honest. Somebody's going to come to see if they can have a last row with us because they're being assigned by the dark, by the enemy. The enemy is going to send a distraction. That's what this nasty energy coming through is, to make us indecisive and confused. Yeah, because there's a hidden agenda here, an ulterior motive, something latent also. It's about to pop. We're about to leave this timeline that we're in where things don't work out well, like we have a bad luck story. And it means that old people that were attached to us are going to get left behind. And honestly, somebody's sending us the evil eye. So love is around the corner, but we need to be on a high vibration and we need to be dealing with new people. And sometimes old people can be new people, but they need to have a new outlook on life. If you grew up using, smoking weed and doing coke with a person and you see them 5 years later and they're clean with a job, starting a family, that's a different story. That's a new person, even if you grew up with them. You know what I mean? If you had a cousin who for the first 10 years of her working life was a personal trainer in a gym, and then you meet her at a Christmas party, and all of a sudden she's a real estate agent, that's a new person. Yeah, you've known this cousin all your life, but that's a new person. It's not that old personal trainer you used to know. You need to get to know who your new cousin is. I mean, yeah, you've known her your whole life, but that's still a new person. So we need to be dealing with new people. Caveat. An old person might be a new person, but that needs to be a whole new life. They can't be still doing the same old thing, expecting different results. That's an insane. Okay. Yeah, so that's why we've been in hermit. That's why we've been sequestered. That's why we've been away from a lot of people. And usually this old person is not going to be a new person. They're an agent. They saw that our lives was getting better, whether it was vibrationally or psychologically or something like that. And they came through to see if they can still get something. They want to make sure that they're attached to us. And it's just a trick. Tahuti is the trickster, not the god Tahuti, but yeah, so this is the evil eye. It's the evil eye. Somebody has their evil eye on us and it's an X. An X. Okay, take good care. It was an honor and a pleasure to serve. Bye-bye.